What is going on, guys? Game 1 of the NBA Finals is over. My Warriors
This is what
crushed
we
the Cavs 113-91. So we're here. Got Isaac and Timmy. We're going to be doing a quick recap here over Game 1. Just give our quick thoughts on the game, what we saw, and just kind of what we expect to see going forward. So how about that game, guys?
Man,
Go ahead,
my stuff. Man, he came out, guns blazing, and
Guns blazing.
You know what? But it's only one game. I need to see him do this for the entire. I'm talking about, man. Almost 30-10. I need to have some consistency because honestly, even after that performance, I'm still not convinced that I don't know. They call me crazy. I'm not convinced that the Warriors got this in the bag yet. And the thing was like when it was all at the beginning, it was like all butts, palms are sweaty, butts was tight, and people were just messing up, and the jitters was just taking advantage. But don't shut up, Isaac. But at the same time, it's to a point where they had like 60 points and they were shooting bad at halftime, and that scares me as well. But Klay, what the hell is going on with Klay Thompson? He looking like Harrison Barnes reincarnated.
And it doesn't even matter. And it doesn't even matter.
It don't even matter. I mean,
so,
it's just one game.
So
let me
ask you this.
Yeah.
Can the Cavs recover from this? 113-91.
Absolutely, bro. LeBron's not gonna have 7 turnovers in the first half, bro.
8. Oh,
Come
first
on,
half. All right.
Let's be real. Yeah, it was bad, bro. Like, and he kept trying to make that little cross court jump, across the corner in the corner pocket pass.
Read it every time.
Every time, man. I'm like, Bron, stop leaving your feet, man. Have an idea of what you're gonna do and go through with it. Don't. And JaVale McGee played nice too, but
why don't they give him more minutes? He needs more PT.
Because
he's not that smart, bro.
You don't trust him. But at the same time, one thing I took away from this is Kevin Love was not the same guy from last year, okay? He had like 17, 18 rebounds. I'm like, okay, I see you,
more
Kevin.
Confident.
He had his presence was definitely more felt.
He was only 4 of 13 from the field though, so.
Yeah, I know, but it makes Draymond play him. Draymond has to play him. Draymond has to get his butt out there and play on him, and it opens it up for Kyrie and LeBron. But it's just one game. I mean, they lost. It is what it is. But I see the Cavs can still come back in the series.
All right, Isaac, what about you?
Just in terms of what are the chances of coming back in this one?
Just from what you saw in Game 1, what transpired, is this something that they can recover from and win the series? Yeah.
Something that, I'm just really fearful of for the Cavaliers is the simple fact that, you saw in the second quarter, KD is resting and Steph Curry is resting. And then, LeBron comes back into the game and the lead starts to grow a little bit, goes from like 7 to 9 and 9 back down to 7. And you're just like, while the best players on the other team are just getting their energy back, this guy is going to have to play at least 45 minutes a game just for them to even have a chance. And it swung all the momentum back in there. They gained control of the game back over again. I mean, they went into the half leading by 8, and they just opened up the third quarter and scored the first 13 points right out of the gate, 13-0 run, and it was just over from there. You're watching the differences between the talent level of Kevin Durant versus Harrison Barnes, and they left him open a couple times. They paid the price, but it's more of you got to see KD grab a rebound and just push it. And it came down to, do we give up this KD dunk or do we give up a wide open Steph Curry 3? And you got to see why Steph Curry was the MVP, because the gravity in which that he plays with. I mean, you're just always fearful of where he's at. And so KD, for the first time in his life, it wasn't Russell Westbrook running with him, because you can Russell that 3 all day. But you saw JR go, oh, let me go over here.
Go get the money.
Go get the money, man, because I'm starting to feel bad for the Cavaliers, because I don't think they have any semblance of defense, and we're starting to see that right now. I mean, they had the 27th ranked defense since the All-Star break.
It's one game, bro.
A few people in the East get away.
It's not just one game, Timmy. It's not.
I know,
just
but they
one game.
make adjustments though. They make adjustments.
Here's
what happened
and here's my rebuttal to that is Cleveland made adjustments in game 1 in the second half, and they stopped doing what they were doing in the first half. First half, obviously, they were trying to run Golden State off the three-point line. We hear it all the time with Golden State. A three's worth more than two. We all get that. And obviously, a lot of the attention goes to the three-point shooting, Steph, Clay, KD. But they gave up 38 points in the paint in the first half, which would have been 60 had Golden State been able to make their layups. So this is one of those things that when I said before, I said Golden State in 5, and there's a real chance that they could sweep. And I don't want to have a knee-jerk reaction, but at the same time, a lot of the things that Golden State presents to a defense when they're on offense, and then even honestly from a defensive perspective, they're just things that you can't adjust to. I mean, it's literally a pick your poison. I mean, if you want to give up a three-point shot and you want to run them off the three-point line, or excuse me, if you don't want to give up a three-point shot and you want to run them off the three-point line, Kevin Durant, 7 foot, who can put the ball on the floor and finish. Steph Curry is one of the most underrated finishers in the game.
he led the league in points in the paint one year, man.
Exactly. So it's one of those things that I don't know. Even if they make the adjustments, how are you going to be able to stop a team that has the offense that they have with the talent, with the offense that they have where everybody is moving, everybody's cutting? They probably run 5 sets, but they have so many variations from that they're going to have one that they're going to pop out for 3, and then they're going to bite on that and try to cheat and go over the screen, and then he's cutting back door and they get a wide open layup. So it's just – that is one of the main reasons why I love watching this team. And people say that it's boring and it's bad for the league and bad for the game. But when you're this talented and you play the game this way, you play it the right way, like you deserve to have the success. And man, I don't want to over-exaggerate, but I don't think the Cavs have a chance.
They got a mini Team USA going on over there.
I know. They could compete probably with Team USA.
Exactly. But they've all played for the Olympics.
They all probably could. I mean, the starting 4 could. I mean, I know you love Zaza.
They've all played for the Olympics at one time. All those 4 players.
Yeah, I mean, like Durant became the 4th player in NBA history to score 25 points in his first 6 NBA Finals games. I mean, he had 6 dunks tonight, and I don't think he had 6. I mean, if you give 6 dunks to Kevin Durant, he's already gonna give it to you from mid range. He's already gonna give.
His career high for dunks in a playoff game was 6. So.
I mean I give credit to Steph Curry in that regard too. I just do. I mean, like you 100%. Saw it in the day when he with 10 minutes in the game he hits that first 31-footer. You're just like, this is a different guy. Like this, that's not the same. I mean, he didn't have the leg strength to even do that last year. And
when he shook with Kevin Love, I was like, God, that's.
Oh yeah, or you even saw Tristan out there on him, and he gave Tristan some of that 1-2. You know, the same thing that what Chris Childs gave to Kobe. 1-2. he gave it to him, and he comes through and he switches hands and puts it up with that left hand dipsy do. You're just like, this is a different guy, man. And you line that guy up with Kevin Durant against this subpar Cavalier defense, you're having the problems you had tonight. And I'm just terrified going forward that this is going to get ugly.
And LeBron's not going to do that ugly again. That's not happening.
I will say this: the one thing that the Cavs have going for them that maybe Golden State just had, they didn't get lucky because they earned everything, but they only had 4 turnovers. Golden State turns the ball over 4 times, you have 0 chance.
Yeah, if they turn it over less than 10, you're screwed.
Yeah. I mean, there was a stat where when they have 15 and under turnovers, I could be mistaken on this, but I want to say their winning percentage is like 93. And then, oh, by the way, even when they have 15 or more, it's still 78. So it's just like, there's just.
Not to mention they won by what, 22, and Klay Thompson was 3 for 16.
3. Yep.
Like
I feel like they just got to keep it close, bro. Because I feel like if they keep it close and competitive, and if I feel like KD can choke at the end, but
the Cavaliers are better suited for a closer game than the Warriors are suited for a closer game. I agree with that, but that still doesn't even guarantee victory. Given that this year They do have a healthy Steph Curry who's more than happy to isolate on your ass. And I saw he even passed up some open deep 3-point shots that he probably could have launched if he wanted to. And like the fact of the matter is, you can still go Kevin Durant 1-on-1 against the Richard Jeffersons of the world, and even LeBron James at this this standing of his career. He couldn't guard KD his first time around in the finals. He ain't gonna guard KD today when he's 32 and has played more minutes than Michael Jordan. I just don't. They're screwed.
Yep. I got two numbers, and then we'll kind of move on to the defensive end. Golden State shot 42.5% from the field, only 42.5% from the field. Only 36.4 from 3-point line, and they still won by 20-some points. So let's shift gears just to the defensive end. They held the Cavs, conversely, to essentially 35% from the field and then 35% from three. So we know they like to switch. As far as what they were doing with LeBron, I mean, we mentioned this before, how they're, turn him into a shooter. And I mean, he had a decent game from three. Well, he was 2 of 6. I mean, that's a little under 40%. So I shouldn't say decent, but he hit some shots. Kyrie hit some shots. Kevin Love hit some early. But man, once the flow of the game started and their defense really, I mean, they came out of the gate with intensity that Cleveland was not matching. But once they really started to get into it, Timmy, you mentioned this early on, how LeBron kept trying to, he'd leave his feet and they would be there. They would go straight up. They would not foul and contest the shot, and he had no choice but to pass it out. So just you guys can go ahead and just touch on the defense as far as, what your thoughts were as far as what they did and just kind of how successful they were.
Yeah, the defense is beautiful. But the main reason why I am scared for the Cavaliers, and this was the moment of truth, when LeBron first went out the game and the Warriors started making that run. And I was like, oh, shit, here it comes. And so what they got to do is they got to find some way to stop the bleeding. And it's not even necessarily their defense. It was bad offense as well, which led into fast breaks for the Warriors. But I just feel like, I don't know, man. They got to figure something out. But LeBron can't be the savior, the hope for every freaking minute on the floor. Like, come on, man.
No, I mean, you got to realize, last year he was able to play free safety because Harrison Barnes was complete booty. And I mean, if you're going to give up something, it was Harrison Barnes. But what can you give up? I mean, you can only leave Klay Thompson wide open for so long before he's probably going to get it going, and you're probably going to end up losing by 30 instead. Like, for third quarter. I mean, like the fact is that Steph is right. They can play better,
much better.
When you start looking up and down this roster. I mean, Kyle Korver, he had them bubble guts because he was clearly uncomfortable, being in his first finals. Darren Williams, he's not exactly a defender. I mean, if Iman Shumpert isn't hitting shots for you, then you're at a minus situation. Like, defense gets harder when you're not making shots. I mean, you see that every single year with the Grizzlies in the playoffs.
You feel the pressure. Yeah, you feel the pressure. Like, we have to get a stop this possession down. And sometimes desperation is good, but then there's other times where you just feel it. You feel the pressure of, man, they just hung 9 points on us in the last, 3 possessions. We've missed our last 2 shots. Like, we have to get a stop here. And it's something to where, let's say you get too greedy, and we touched on this just a couple minutes ago. You get too greedy and you're so worried about, oh my God, I can't give up a 3, that they just slip back door and you give up a layup. So they put so much pressure on you both offensively and defensively with what they do, that I mean, I'm a fan, so I'm biased, but it's so fun to watch.
That's why they say that. Oh, go ahead, Timmy.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I mean, but that's why they say that, you want to build up those, defensive and championship habits throughout the year by having a good defense. And the 27th best ranked defense, since the All-Star break, like the Cavaliers did, because you try to turn it on, and you can do that against Boston. You can do that against Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan. Can you do that against Kevin Durant, Steph Curry? And I think what's coming to fruition was destined, man.
Don't overreact to it though. But
you try not to. I agree completely. But I mean, when you look with your eyes at what you're seeing, and the fact of the matter is the Warriors didn't even shoot well, and they still kill them.
I don't see Kevin Durant just having that Moses walk in the desert.
Then you give up threes. Then you give up threes.
He ain't gonna have that Red Sea part like that. Don't worry, bro. Like
I
they
think he
even put a
will.
body on him. It's like the rule number 1 on a fast break is you stop the ball handler. Okay,
And
at least put a body on him, slow the ball down, and they didn't even do that.
So here's the thing. They did that to start the second half, and that's when the Warriors really went on their run. Like the first half, they were giving all that up, and literally you could tell the second half, okay, let's stop the ball. Obviously, it's not like they're saying let's not worry about the three, but stop the ball, stop giving up dunks. Steph hits one, KD comes down, hits one. Isn't that when Zaza got that crazy and one too in that little 13 run? So that's the thing, and we can end on this question, but
bang, bang, bang.
At what point, like you said, you don't want to overreact, and I agree with that 100%. But at what point does just seeing and reacting to what you see and interpreting that, at what point does that a realistic assessment sound like an overreaction?
Game 2 or 3, you have to wait at least 2 or 3 games.
It's not a series till the home team loses.
Exactly. Game 2 or 3, and we shall find out, brother.
I said that Cavs. I said Warriors in 5. I think the Cavs are going to win Game 3, but man, I don't know. It could be a sweep. I don't think it will. I don't think it will. I have to give LeBron. I have to give him credit, but
no. And I need to see more out of Kyrie. He had turning the ball.
He had 2 assists tonight.
I
know.
I noticed.
Well, I mean, it comes down to this though. Like when you look at the problems the Cavaliers have, which ones would you say that you can actually remedy? I mean, because you said stop the ball. When Kevin Durant grabs the rebound and starts pushing, who on that team do you say will stop him?
I don't care necessarily stop him. Put a body on him from half court before he gets to court. I don't care if it's Kyrie. Just put a body. He was serving Kyrie tonight, but I'm just saying, like, you slow him down and bump him.
I hear you, bro, but just give me 2 names that can at least bump him, like 2K bump, because that's what you're thinking.
LeBron did that. LeBron did that 2K hockey bump on him tonight. He's so like, no, homie, we ain't going like that. In the second half,
LeBron gonna do it to him every single time.
Like, nah, bro, we ain't. I'm not saying he has to do it every single time, but also I hate to say it like this, but there was a lot of bad calls, man. It was kind of annoying to me.
For who? For the Warriors?
Yes, for the Warriors. Like, I don't know.
You say that, but you could also say that the Warriors missed a lot of layups too.
Yeah, they did, but it was like rewarding them, and I'm like, okay.
If it was like a 5-point game, then that's when I can get on the officiating. But I mean,
it couldn't even make it a 5-point game because the calls are just so bad, bro. Like, it was like, no, bro, we gonna flush you down the toilet.
I don't think the refs had anything to do with all them dunks, man.
Not at all. I'm not saying that at all, but I'm just saying there was a lot of missed opportunity from like when they did play good defense and they were penalized for it. I'm like,
and you try not to overreact because we've seen this so much stuff. You know what I mean? We've seen this so much in terms of a team blowing out. You know, like another team comes back and blows them out. We saw it last year in the finals.
Exactly.
But
exactly.
I mean, I look up and down this roster of the Cat. I'm just like, you're not really as good as people think you are. That sentence comes to my mind at every single player. I mean, I even look at Shumpert. I'm like, you're not really as good as people think you are.
What would make, like who would put them over?
You're not really as good as. I mean, look at Kyle Korver. You're not really as good as people think you are. Like Channing Frye didn't even see the floor tonight, but like I just go up and down that roster, and I just find myself saying those words, and then I get down to Andre Iguodala. You're actually probably better than people think you are. Like I look at Sean Livingston. You're actually probably better than people think you are. Even Ian Clark. You're probably better than people think you are.
Like, it's that system that caters to that. And the MVP came out tonight. I gotta throw a shout out to Big Iggy, Noah Azalea. He was killing it. Sorry.
All right. Well, let's wrap this up. So it's like we said, we don't want to do the overreaction. Isaac, you said it's not really. I don't think it is either. Timmy, do you think that if we say that the Cavs have a very small chance to come back and win, do you think that's an overreaction?
No, but I will tell you this. Remember what I told you? How many points that they would have to put up before I thought it was good defense?
Yeah, you said about 110.
Yeah, they got 113. You know,
And
so
and
they
they
played.
and they shot a low field goal percentage. So
Yeah, they played great defense. I just need more scoring output. I don't know who it's going to come from. I don't know if
that's
that's going to.
fair.
Hey, Kevin Love has to be the X factor, bro. I'm telling you right now, nobody sees it. They have to go through Kevin Love. He will work Draymond.
We'll see come Sunday. We will see. We got game 2 Sunday, and then we'll do another one here because I don't think that game will be as late. So we'll do another one there. But this is good. This is good. Kind of getting all the thoughts out while they're fresh. Not having to wait a couple days. So, but yeah, we'll definitely be doing another video. You know, here after game 2, we'll try to do one every day or after every game of the finals. So. Definitely like, subscribe, comment, let us know what you think, and we'll see you guys next time.
And remember,
all right.